faithful Niner Empire. What's good? What's good? What's good? You know who it is. It's your boy, Jay in the Bay. Faithful Niner Empire. What's good? You know who it is. It's your boy, Jay in the Bay. And once again, it's a pleasure to be with the best fans in the NFL. You know it, the faithful, the Niner Empire. That's what I like to call you guys and us, the best fans in the NFL. Week 3 is upon us. But first, make sure you guys check out Jay in the Bay on YouTube. I got the YouTube, IG, Twitter. I appreciate all the support. And obviously, make sure you subscribe to 49ers Cutback Crew. Excellent YouTube channel, and I appreciate them allowing me to be on their platform. Hopefully, everyone's having a great week. But week 3 is upon us. The 49ers come into this game 2-0, undefeated, and we haven't played our best football for a full 60 minutes yet. I think a lot of Niner fans can agree with that. And yet we're 2-0. We can only get better from here. Meanwhile, the Packers have to fly down to Santa Clara. Sunday night football prime time. And I can't wait for this Sunday night football game. The Packers are 1-1. And which Packers team are the 49ers going to face? Week 1 against the New Orleans Saints, they lost. Not only they lost, it wasn't even close. I believe the Packers only scored 3 points in that game. Clearly, they were outmatched by New Orleans week 1. Week 2, I think this is the Packers team that we're going to face. It was a close game with Detroit in the first half, and then the Green Bay Packers decided, hey, let's play football. Clearly, the Lions aren't going to lay down. So they actually, they played to their potential, and the Packers won by a few touchdowns. I think that's the team we're going to face this Sunday night, the Green Bay Packers. And the Green Bay Packers had an interesting offseason. Clearly, they have a Hall of Fame quarterback in Aaron Rodgers, and he clearly did not want to be with the Green Bay Packers this year. It seemed like there was a lot of turmoil between Aaron Rodgers and management. I think all is well now since the games are being played. But is Aaron Rodgers really motivated to play? I guess we will see. He has played the 49ers the past 2 years. 2019, very fond memories for 49er fans in that NFC Championship game. We got up early on the Packers, and it seemed like Aaron Rodgers didn't want to play. It didn't seem like he had much fight. And that's what I'm thinking is going to happen in this game. But we can't forget, faithful. We cannot forget the Packers have some weapons. They have Aaron Jones. I don't know if you know this, but he had 4 touchdowns Monday night against the Detroit Lions. So clearly he's balling right now. He has raised his level of play, and they have a man outside the numbers. You may have heard of him, Davante Adams, pretty good receiver. Which one of our corners are going to match up with Davante Adams? That's going to be an interesting matchup. But other than those 3 players, those are obviously the Packers' 3 best players. But I think there are advantages for the 49ers in the trenches. And if you've been watching me for a while, Jay in the Bay is all about them trenches. And trenches is where games can be won and lost. The Packers are coming into this game without their best left tackle, David Bakhtiari. He's not expected to be back this game against the 49ers. He's still recovering from a torn ACL. And Nick Bosa happens to play on that side of the line of scrimmage on the left end. So I think he will feast this game. He already has 3 sacks in the first 2 games of the season. I expect those sacks to continue against the Green Bay Packers. And I think that's what it's going to take. We have to get pressure on Rodgers, get some 3 and outs on defense, and make him feel uncomfortable in the pocket. I would say on the rest of their offense, they do have Robert Tonyan. He's an excellent tight end. That'll be an intriguing matchup between, whether Fred Warner guards him, Jimmy Ward. That'll be an interesting matchup. But I think those are Aaron Rodgers' 3 best weapons Aaron Jones in the running game, and he's a good receiver of the ball. Obviously, Devontae Adams, he's a beast. He's the number one receiver. He's probably a top 2, top 3 receiver in the NFL, in my opinion. And Robert Tonyan's no slouch as well. He's a pretty good tight end as well. So there will be some interesting matchups, with the Packers and 49ers. And as far as the Packers defense, unfortunately for them, they are without one half of the Smith brothers, Zadarius Smith. Unfortunately, he suffered a back injury. I believe he was placed on IR. And for those that don't know, newsflash, the Packers only have 1 sack through the first 2 games of the season. That definitely will allow Jimmy G to look to the right and look to the left. I think Jimmy G will have a lot of time in the pocket. Our offensive line has been playing really well. And I think our fiercest test so far has been week 2 against Philly. And we saw what Philly could do, with their defensive line. And I don't think the Packers have that same manpower. And I think Jimmy G should excel in this game against the Packers. I would say they're other than Zadarius Smith, they do have Preston Smith. He's solid. But as I mentioned before, they only have 1 sack so far this year. And, linebackers, there's no household names there. I think their secondary is young and talented, but I think there will be opportunities for the 49ers to move the ball down the field and to score. And I'm looking forward to this Sunday Night Football prime time matchup. And this is how could I not say this? This is the home opener for the 49ers. Fans have not been to a regular season game. It's been almost 2 years now. And I know the fans will be hyped for this game. It's going to be really loud. I think it's going to be sold out. And this is the home opener. So I can't wait for this game. And I'm glad that the whole world will be watching Sunday Night Football at Levi Stadium. I can't wait. And let's get to those 5 big things for 49ers success on Sunday.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
5 big things.
So for the 5 big things, number 1, we've got to protect the football. Last week against Philly, we had 2 fumbles, 1 was lost, and we cannot give more opportunities for the Packers to have on offense. We can't allow them to have a short field due to a turnover. We have to protect the football at all costs. That's what's Jimmy, and he's been pretty good so far, right? I think, he has been a little inaccurate, but he has not thrown any interceptions so far. So Jimmy needs to keep that up. And also our running backs, whoever's going to be in at running back, because we got a lot of running backs injured, but they have to hold on to the ball. We have to stress ball security, because the Packers, they have an offense where they can beat you with one play over the top. There's no doubt about that. Make no mistake about it. Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Fame player, and he can make big plays over the top. We saw that pretty much his entire career. Most recently, we saw that against Detroit. So we have to protect the ball at all costs. Ball security and no INTs from Jimmy. Number 2, we have to minimize mistakes. The Niners are ranked the top 10 in least penalized teams. So this is great discipline on the players, great coaching, and obviously we can see that on the field. So we need to continue that. Least amount of penalties as possible. And I think the 49ers offense will continue to thrive. And also no penalties on defense. Obviously, we want to impose our will on defense. We want to beat the Packers up front in the trenches, but we have to, play the game the right way and play the game to the whistle, but we cannot have excessive penalties. And so far this year, I think we've averaged about 7 penalties per game, and that's pretty good. Some teams are already in their 20s and 25. So I think this is very good. This is a trend that needs to continue for the 49ers. Let's minimize those penalties at all costs. Number 3, we got to win up front. It's all about the trenches. We've seen if Aaron Rodgers, if pressure gets to him, he gets uncomfortable in the pocket. He can still maneuver in and out of the pocket, but he's not as nimble as he was, 5, 6, 7 years ago. And if we, get in his face, we punch him in the mouth, I think Aaron Rodgers tends to fold. We've seen it before, especially in 2019. Those were, fond memories in 2019 playing the Packers. And, hopefully we see some of that. I expect our defensive line to eat. Bosa will be in there. Hopefully Armstead and Kinlaw can play. They'll basically be game time decisions just like last week. And Armstead, I hear, has 15 pressures on the quarterback. So we could definitely use that productivity against Aaron Rodgers. And that's what it's all about, winning up front, making our presence felt. And I think that'll go a long way towards a victory Sunday. Number 4, we got to play keep away. I think this could be one of our best, defensive. I think this could be one of our best, defensive tactics. And stay with me. So if we're on offense and we're able to run the ball effectively, we're able to win the time of possession. We're basically playing keep away from the Packers offense. We want to limit the Packers amount of possessions on the offensive side of the ball. The way we do that on the offensive side of the ball is to run the ball, convert third downs, and keep the ball away from the Packers in that high-powered offense. I think Jimmy G will have to throw the ball more than he did the previous 2 games. I would love to think that we'll just shut down the Packers offense, but make no mistake about it, Aaron Rodgers is obviously the best quarterback this 49ers defense will see this year up to this point in week 3 of the season. And Devontae Adams, he is the best wide receiver we'll see, and also Aaron Jones. So that trio right there of playmakers will be the best we've seen. And I think Jimmy G and the 49ers offense is going to have to make plays on the ground and through the air. Number 5, like I said before, we got to make Rodgers uncomfortable. And the way we do that, we have to get a solid pass rush on him, make him get rid of the ball before, he wants to. And also, we have to do that on the offensive side of the ball. We have to be able to create running lanes, for our running backs, whoever running back that is. I'm not terribly concerned about who the running back is. There have been plenty of unknown running backs who have had success in the Shanahan system, even going back to Mike Shanahan when he was in Denver, like with Tatum Bell, Mike Anderson, Clinton Portis. So as long as there's a back who can follow the blocks, who can make one cut and get upfield, I think we'll be just fine. And we obviously have an edge on our offensive side of the ball on the offensive line and also on the defensive line. So make Rodgers uncomfortable, and we also have to create holes for the running game and give Jimmy G time to throw that rock.
Hey, Jay!
And now it's time for the wonderful viewers who have questions for Jay in the Bay. I appreciate you guys supporting the 49ers Cutback Crew YouTube channel. And I appreciate all the questions that I'm getting. So let's start off with Jaden Hillman. Thank you for watching the 49ers Cutback and supporting Jay in the Bay. I appreciate that. Jaden says, hey guys, I just want to know why Trey Lance hasn't been playing. What's your guys' opinions? I was also wondering what you guys think of George Kittle's performance. For me personally, I want to see George Kittle more involved in the passing game. I believe week 1, he might have had maybe 3 or 4 catches. In week 2, he was used more as a blocker, to help with the Phillies defensive line. But in this game, I'm selfish. I want to see Kittle, be a superstar tight end. He should be getting as much targets as, Waller with the Raiders, Kelsey with the Chiefs. He should be getting at least 10 targets a game. Hopefully, Shanahan can get Kittle involved early on in the game, get him some catches. Obviously, Deebo Samuel has been balling. He leads the league in receiving yards and catches, I believe. But I want to see Kittle get more love. I want to see Kittle. There's a reason why we paid him that much money, and it's not to be a blocker. It's definitely to be, one of the best tight ends in the NFL. And I just want to see Kittle ball. In regards to Trey Lance, that's a great question. Against Detroit, he played about 4 plays, and against Philly, he did not play at all. It seems like Shanahan felt that there was not an opportunity to put Trey Lance in the game. I think we'll definitely see Trey Lance in this game against the Packers, not only because, we're lacking depth at the running back position, but maybe we can use Trey Lance to, offset what Jimmy G does and to give the Green Bay Packers another look on offense. So I think Trey Lance will definitely get some snaps in this game, maybe 5 to 7 snaps in this game. And thank you for the question, Jaden. All righty. We have another question from Sayan. Thanks for tuning in to the 49ers Cutback crew. And of course, hey, Jay, they say, do you think the Packers have since recovered from their week 1 debacle? How can the 49ers take advantage of this and or throw them out of sync? I think they definitely have recovered from that week 1 game against the Saints. In that game, they just didn't show up. They arrived at the stadium, but you could argue that they stayed in the locker room. They never came out because I didn't recognize that Green Bay Packers team. The 49ers can definitely take advantage of this because the Green Bay Packers are one of the worst run defenses in the NFL through the first 2 games. And granted, it's a small sample size, but the Packers are averaging about 140 yards allowed on the ground. And clearly, the 49ers want to run the ball. That's one of our biggest strengths on the team is running the ball. I think the 49ers will be able to run the ball, this game. And also, I think the Packers, their linebackers aren't great. I think there should be opportunities for George Kittle to eat, especially over the middle. And I expect George Kittle to have a big game. And I think we will be able to run the ball, control the time of possession. And I think that's how we'll be able to take advantage of the Packers and throw them out of sync. We just got to get pressure on Rodgers. I think we slow down Aaron Jones. He's not going to have 4 touchdowns this game against the 49ers. You could pretty much book that. He's not going to have 4 touchdowns. We're going to be able to slow him down, get pressure on Rodgers, make him feel uncomfortable. And I think the 49ers will have a victory Sunday. That's for sure.
Fadeaway Jay.
All right, it's time for Fadeaway Jay. I'm so excited for this game. Not only is it the home opener, all the fans will be back in the stadium. It's been more than a year now that the fans were in the stadium. So the stadium will be loud. The fans will be hyped. The entire world will be watching on Sunday Night Football. And what's better than having Aaron Rodgers come into Levi Stadium? And I'm definitely ready for this game. And I think the 49ers will win this game. I'm going to say 27-17. I think the 49ers will win this game. I think we get up on the Packers early in this game. I think we get a few 3-and-outs on the Packers. And I think Jimmy G's definitely going to have to make some throws in this game. I think we may have to throw more than the first 2 games. But I can see Jimmy G throwing for 300 yards. I think Jimmy G will have a lot of time in the pocket to get rid of the ball to, Debo, Kittle. And hopefully we see more of the Ayuk show. Hopefully we see Brandon Ayuk. I know he played in the last game, and he had a nice catch on 3rd down to convert, that 3rd down possession. But I want to see more of Ayuk. I want to see more of our playmakers, and I think you'll definitely see that in this game. And I'm looking forward to, Aaron Rodgers. He definitely will be testing this defense. Like I said before, he's the best quarterback we've seen. Devontae Adams will be the best wide receiver. Aaron Jones will be the best running back. So our defense will get a real test in this game for sure. But I expect Nick Bosa to make his presence felt, get after Aaron Rodgers, frustrate him. And I think the Niners will win, as I said before, 27-17. And I appreciate everyone joining the What's Good show, episode 3. Make sure you subscribe to your boy, Jay in the Bay, YouTube, IG, Twitter. And also, of course, make sure you subscribe to the 49ers Cutback crew. I'm looking forward to the game. I can't wait for Sunday night. I'm on pins and needles, faithful. I can't wait. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for tuning in.